Ladies and gents, welcome back once again. It's the New Orleans Saints versus the Chicago Bears review. And what a game this was. Saints versus Bears week 8. And looking at both teams, both defenses came into this game playing fairly well. Saints defense came into this game playing really well. Bears hadn't allowed a touchdown in 9 quarters, but that ended quickly on the first drive. The game got started with a bang. Breeze went to Brandon Coleman for like a 54-yard pass, and it should have been a touchdown, although Brandon Coleman stumbled over a piece of grass. And that led to a pretty nice play. Saints get down to the goal line. Ted again, they fake it end around the Ted again. Pitch it out to Kamara on the other side. Kamara gets the touchdown. Crowd is rocking. Everything's going great for the Saints. But as the game rolls on, I gotta give it to Chicago. They really got Jordan Howard involved here, and look, they didn't deviate away from the plan. They didn't want Mitch Trubisky out there throwing the ball 30, 40 times to try to win the game. So Jordan Howard had a really good day. They fed him the ball, had over 100 yards, and Chicago was doing really well, but a common theme in this game was Chicago would get down into the red zone, and the chances that they did have down there, the Saints defense would just stall them out. So we get down to the fourth quarter. Well, excuse me, we'll go to the third quarter. The Bears have a chance here to cut into the lead, and Mr. Trubisky goes to Zach Miller. He appears to catch the ball for a touchdown, and he breaks his leg. And that was just gruesome. But the referees called it back. I thought he caught the ball. I thought it was a bad call, but it is what it is. However, that was made up, and you can say that, the Bears were at a disadvantage there. The refs took it from them, but that was, however, made up when the Bears got the ball. The Bears got the ball back, got down inside the red zone, and there was a face mask by Marcus Williams, and I have no idea what the refs were looking at. Even Sean Payton had his hands up like, what's going on here? I don't see anything. And I looked at the replay, and I have no idea what the refs were looking at. That was an unintentional classic makeup call for the Zach Miller non-catch, and the Bears ended up getting in the end zone, and the game became pretty interesting. Tyreek Cohen jumps over the top. They don't get the 2-point conversion, but the game is still within reach. They're down 5 points. Saints eventually get the ball back. Breeze throws a long bomb. Saints eventually get the ball. Long bomb to Ted Ginn, as you're thinking in your mind, okay, the Saints are just trying to run this thing out. Breeze down into double coverage. What a horrible pass, but somehow Ted Ginn comes down with it. And right at the time, you're thinking, all right, field goal range, rule up passes, and all of a sudden, Mark Ingram fumbles the ball. And the game is right there for the taking. Defense holds. Saints get a field goal, and then the MVP of the defense, Marshawn Lattimore, picks off Mitch Trubisky as the ball sails high into the air, and that would do it. Look, what I take away from this game is that the Chicago Bears, for all of the hoopla about how not good they are, how they aren't good, they look pretty decent here. Look, you just don't. It's a tough thing to come into that Superdome and hold Drew Brees down the way they did. Drew Brees had 299 yards, and we live in a world in 2017 where the Saints are comfortably winning. Well, I wouldn't say comfortably, but they are dominating games where Drew Brees is not having his typical Drew Brees games. And that's strange in itself. But the Bears held the Saints offense down for the most part. helped out by those Ingram fumbles, but they held him down. Mitch Trubisky, he played fairly decently to say he's a rookie, and he's in the dome, and that Saints defense is as good as it's ever been in the Sean Payton era. And he didn't have mind-blowing stats, only 164 yards, but he played decently enough. They really leaned on Jordan Howard. The Bears are a decent enough team. They couldn't get it done. But as for the Saints, what it tells me about the Saints is that they don't even need to play their best game to win games. And I understand it's the Bears, but that's a good sign going forward for this team as it pertains to playoffs and Super Bowl chances. Look, Drew Brees had 299 yards, no touchdowns, and the Saints defense just carried him to victory. Clearly, the Saints defense carried him to victory, and you just do not see that in the Sean Payton era. Even the 1 year where they had the great defense with Rob Ryan, the defense wasn't carrying them to wins. And I look at the Saints team, and I look at the entire NFC, and I see a team that's on the cusp, because no team in the NFC is really dominating. The Eagles, they have a 7-1 record, 6-1 record. I know they have one loss, but they don't really look like a team to me that you look at and you say, okay, there's the Eagles, and then it's the rest of the NFC, because they're just dominating. And I don't really see that in the Eagles. I think the NFC is wide open. The Seahawks won in a thriller just yesterday against Texans. Texans blew that one, by the way. But back to the Saints. They have a chance here. They have a formula for success. It doesn't matter if they're at home or away in sloppy conditions. A running game and defense travels. So they have a chance, and this was another step in the right direction, even though Drew Brees didn't have a great game, even though Ingram had the fumbles, which ticked Sean Payton off. They're on their way, and I'm interested to see where they go from here. Up next, they have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That should be any given Sunday, but if I'm picking right now, I would think that the Saints would win that one, so they have a good chance to go to 6-2 here. And I'll be interested to see how all of this plays out. I will be paying attention to it, and I will be back next week. So that's the end for this video. If you have any thoughts on the game, any comments, comment down below. What did you think about the game? Did the Saints have you on the edge of their seats? What did you think about the Bears? What do you think going forward for both teams? How are they going to play going forward? And what do you think about their chances in their division? Comment down below with anything that you have. Saints versus Bears, week 8. See you next week.